stacking and make it flip, yo. Supplementing the income, did I mention that it's lit, yo? Spitting the truth out, struggle to pick the new route. Tired of living from paycheck to paying bills where I lose out. So I'm investing, no time for the second guessing. Diversifying my cash, can leave all my eggs in one basket, I figure. So that's it, yo. Flipping rap in the crypto, income producing admin, did I mention that it's lit, yo? I'm on the come up, these brothers getting they ones up, wanna run with us because we show a secure way to level up. I'm on that double dutch. It's a quick trip, NFT flip, check the numbers, I don't need friends. My payment system is so amazing, it came encrypted. It's privacy and security, that's what you were missing. Listen, this ain't no Wi-Fi, it's DeFi. Sending currency on the reply, you wanna rewind this. To get a better understanding, know that welcome was the plan and taking steps to money management. That's how we handle it from peer to peer in the clear. So anything weird couldn't interfere here.
Y'all already know what time it is. Another one for episode of Rap and Crypto. Your main man, Hutch and D, aka HD Blockchain, coming to you live from Dayton, Ohio, with my brother LJ in the building. And we got a special guest this evening, man, Mr. Howard Hughes III, out of St. Louis. Ladies and gentlemen, in the building, Mr. Howard Hughes III from St. Louis is in the building tonight, man. I'm going to toss it over to my brother LJ. Go ahead, bro.
Hey, man, I appreciate that, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all know the energy, and y'all know how I'm coming. It's Wednesday, 9 p.m. Let's get to it. I'm going to just go ahead and jump straight into it while we're waiting on our guest, Brother HD. I'm going to throw you a couple fact or fictions real quick. So, fact or fiction, the BRICS organizations are heavily pursuing and thoroughly looking into creating a gold-backed currency.
That is big facts, man. They've been gaining gold since 2018, especially China and Russia, which is part of the BRICS.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I'm gonna throw another one at you, man. Fact or fiction? Bitcoin has crested over $30,000.
That is facts, bro. I was looking at the day of the work. I was like, oh, Bitcoin making big plays back out here, man.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So I'm gonna throw you a nice one. I know you're gonna love this one, bro. So look, fact or fiction, okay? Staking Flare tokens. I shouldn't just say holding, but staking Flare tokens allows you to receive RAP Flare in exchange.
That's big facts, man. And also, if you hold RAP Flare, man, you get an airdrop every 30 to 90 days.
Ladies and gentlemen, y'all heard it. So, and you know what? I'm just going to throw a little random one out there. Fact or fiction? Fact or fiction? Ethereum is going to go well over $100,000.
In its lifetime, yes. In Ethereum's lifetime, yes, it will. Just because off of the staking protocol, the new staking protocol, man, like due to Ethereum opening up its new staking protocol, the proof of stake is going to hit over 100K, man. Easy.
Hey, man, listen, I concur with you. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, that is not financial advice. That is just flat out his personal opinion based off of what he's looked into dealing with Ethereum. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as y'all can see, we have Brother Howard Hughes, Howard Hughes III. Got to make sure I say the third. Hey, shout out to the fellow the thirds, man. I'm a third myself, but shout out to Brother Howard Hughes III. He is now in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Brother Howard Hughes, if you don't mind, if you would just introduce yourself to the people.
Hey, how everybody doing, man? Thank you guys for having me. Yeah, man, I'm happy to be here. Looking to, see how I can add to the already amazing show that you guys have going on here.
Thank you, brother.
Yes, sir.
We very much appreciate that. Very, very much appreciate that, man. It's been a long time coming.
It's not about you. It ain't about us. It's about you.
Exactly. We've been a long time coming, and we got to this point here where we actually have a platform here where we want you to be able to express yourself and tell the people about you, so that the people can learn about some of the things that you have going on, and so that they can come check out what you got going on as well.
All right. Well, it's always tough to talk about yourself, but, it's just, I'm doing quite a bit in communities, personally, and I don't even know where to start, to be honest with you. But whatever questions you guys have, I can answer them the best way I can, and kind of give you much information as I can about me and whatever you guys want to know. I'm open book. So
I'm gonna kick it off like this. Who is Mr. Howard Hughes the third?
I love that question, man. I always love when I hear that question.
Good one. Nah, man. So young guy from, I guess I'm not so young anymore, but from Kalamazoo, Michigan. Originally went to Kalamazoo Central High School. I grew up on the north side of Kalamazoo, so it was more of a poverty-stricken environment, and it's single family home, father. It's a typical story, and just had high ambitions to achieve more. As I walked that journey, through my community, I got a scholarship to these different universities, and I chose Lincoln University in Jefferson City. Jumped on a Greyhound, went down, and kind of really, like, intentionally, sought out a different path for myself. Started joining organizations, started wanting to be more of a businessman. So I started studying. I started focusing on a lot of things, business, things of that nature, and it kind of just snowballed effect into this guy I am today. Developer, author, philanthropist, etc. But I think that's a gist of it.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
HD, hey, look, I'm gonna let you go ahead and start off the day because once I get to firing, man, I got questions for days, bro. Go ahead, go ahead.
You got this wonderful book that's dropped this month. Can you give the people what's about the book? I know it's the wonderful entrepreneurship.
Hey, the book already dropped, man. The book is out. The book is everywhere. So check it out on HowardHughesConsults.com. But the book is The Ultimate Entrepreneur. It's my second book. So this book talks about the different levels of the ultimate entrepreneur, different key elements that I myself specialized in order to achieve a certain level of success. So mindset was number one, and obviously chapter 10 is sustaining success, like how to stay there, how to stay successful. I know a lot of people who have talk about what they used to be, who they used to be, things they have, and it's just kind of how you get to that place, that happy place of success, business, understanding real estate, investments, trust, things that we don't learn in school, things that we don't learn on a general level of being business people. So I gotta get those details away in my book. So check it out when you guys get some time.
So I'm gonna throw a wrench in there. So hey, you thought about NFT in your book? I know LJ's the NFT master. So I'll ask that question. How you thought about NFT in your book?
I don't know about NFT master, man. I don't know about NFT master.
I'll say NFT teacher.
You know what? I haven't got quite there yet, but that's a possibility. That's an option. So I haven't done that. It's so many things I'm doing with the book. Actually, right now, one of the biggest things we're doing with The Ultimate Entrepreneur is we have a few universities that are incorporating it into their curriculum at different universities. So each semester I'll be going to different universities and speaking about, different chapters in the book as a whole. My alma mater in Lincoln University, my last book was a book that we also did that with, and they actually had it in the library, and looking to kind of go the same direction this time, but kind of doubling up on the universities that are, taking advantage of the gems that we're dropping in this here book. So,
of course, that's the important thing, man. I guess they implementing Brother HD strategy. They getting them keys. They got to keep educating themselves.
Yeah, and that's what it's about, man. It's just about sharing what I'm learning in my journey. I talk about a lot of personal things, just sharing my ups and my downs and things that have happened and things that I've learned, and that hopefully someone else can avoid those, those mistakes that I made in my journey, and how to treat people, how to treat them, in the midst of when things are difficult, and developing the right habits in order to stay successful. So I think that will be pretty helpful.
Awesome. My next question is: what is one mistake that you can speak on that you haven't made, or that you have made, and that help you learn a better lesson?
Man, there's so many. Probably the biggest mistake I've made is, I had a deal where I didn't necessarily put the proper contract in place, a partnership.
Mm,
Yeah, I didn't put the proper contract in place, and I trusted this person, with my life, and they completely just kind of ran off with my money, the opportunity, the business opportunity, the everything pertaining to it. And when I tell you, I probably would have laid my life on the line. I thought this was the true, friend, business partner, and that's just kind of what happened. But that's part of the game. That was rule number one, and I didn't see it coming. So yeah, talk about that.
everybody get your paperwork together.
That's
Make sure y'all
right.
got your paperwork in order.
Gotta get the paperwork.
Hmm.
Gotta, no matter who it is, what it is, how much, anything. Make sure that you have contracts in place. Make sure that they also have some skin in the game as well. So that way, if anything happens, you're not the only one losing.
Right, for
Right.
sure,
Right.
for sure.
Yeah.
Most definitely,
Yeah.
most definitely, man. So I do want to jump in and kind of piggyback off that question that he asked. Kind of reflecting on that mistake. What would you say would be your biggest accomplishment?
You know what? I'm a lot more diligent at this point. I pay way more attention to detail because of that. My discernment. I'm vetting people a lot more. Doing background checks on everybody I do business with. So I think that I'm just way more thorough now. I'm way more thorough, and I'm a lot more cautious now. And I talked to some people who have been much more successful than I am, and they used to always tell me, you gotta move like everybody's out to get you. And I never understood that. I
Mm,
always wanted to be the guy that was, like, hey man, hey, I'm doing business right way. Hey, as long as they do right by me, we're good. And I had this very naive personality starting out.
All right.
And but you gotta be careful because when you're performing at a high level and a lot of people see you as success, you know, you become a target to people who are in survival mode. And, a lot of these people are in survival mode. So they'll come in all different shapes and sizes. And just got to be careful because of that.
Oh, we know. Don't we know, LJ, man?
we ain't gonna go there.
We
We
ain't
ain't
we.
gonna go there. We ain't gonna go there, man. We ain't gonna go there. It's okay. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Those people gotta survive too. So I mean, I can't judge them for how they get it. I don't necessarily like it, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
So so brother Hughes, there's so many different things I can ask you about. I mean, listen, from my understanding, we got consultation here. We got real estate investments and interactions. I mean, you do financial literacy. You got business acquisitions. You guys have two upcoming programs that's dropping about the 80/50 credit score as well as the business courses. So if you would, I mean, just kind of tackling some of those things I listed, could you talk a little bit about those courses that are getting ready to come out, if you don't mind?
Yeah. So, I get a lot of inquiries where I'm not able to really talk one on one with a lot of people that reach out about, I won't say simple things, but things that like business credit and, things about, educating them on consultation. So these courses are going to allow me to help more people. Now I'm doing one instance where I'm able to really go into detail and talk about how to keep your credit, and then also how to money because you have a nice. So those courses is really allowing me to really make more of an impact. It's so much that I want to share so much, but I can't keep sharing the same information over and over and over and over again. So these courses help me, say, hey, listen, take this course, you'll learn everything you know. So it's allowing me more of an impact. That's the education. It's of course about educate, teach. I always want people to learn, be there for the people, and I always has. So if you're frustrated, I'm not responding to messages like I used to. Well, as time goes on, you grow. I'm not. while. Of course, about where you who have been years, and not. Oh,
You still there? Okay. I think it came back.
yeah,
Okay, we're good to go. I think it came back. So Jet, and I appreciate you for that, brother. Just kind of looking at. Oh wait. All
Okay,
right.
so,
Well, I guess while we taking a brief intermission, go ahead and pay some bills real quick.
man, all right, man, y'all already know, man. Rapid Crypto brought to you by P2G Networks, man. We have an official block street party, block Wall Street party, man. The block Wall Street, where your business come in, you want to come in and broadcast on the block Wall Street, man. Get with
Yes,
P2G
sir.
Networks at gmail.com. Also, man, we're having a poetry contest at 8 to 10 o'clock that night. If you're a poet and you didn't know it, man, go ahead and come on out, man. It's a $200 gift prize, man. Shout out to Miss Salty Coffee. Basically, if y'all guys ain't know who some Miss Salty Coffee is, man, y'all need to get on that stereo app early in the morning. The breakfast and the Thomas, man, come tune in with them, man. They going crazy.
For sure. For sure. For sure, man. And look, I'm really
I like
excited
that.
about Saturday, y'all. Y'all got to make sure y'all tap in for Saturday because it's gonna be live. Of course, y'all have been asking about different things going on with Rapping Crypto. No, we're not gonna show y'all the spatial. Yes, we're getting ready to go ahead and jump into the metaverse soon. We keep telling y'all we're gonna go into that metaverse space. Ladies and gentlemen, it's about that time. So, for those of y'all who constantly tune in with us, we appreciate you. For those of y'all who are interested in interacting with us in the metaverse space, y'all stay tuned because it's about to get really crazy. But with that being said, of course, we're going to have a portal for you to actually come and interact with us in this little small space that we've put together just specifically to interact with people so that we can answer any questions people might have, direct them in the right spots of where they could actually go as far as resources if they have questions that we might not necessarily be able to do. But also, y'all know what time it is. We got some things coming up, and I know people have been asking us, hey, when y'all gonna start back up on classes? Well, y'all already know what time it is. Again, it's about that time, ladies and gentlemen. So y'all stay tuned. Y'all make sure y'all tap into the Middle Block Wall Street party. And of course, if you a poet and you know it, go ahead and get yourself inside of that poetry contest, ladies and gentlemen. Now, let's jump right on back into this interview with Brother Howard Hughes the third, ladies and gentlemen. Now, when we left off, you were telling us a little bit about the courses and everything. If you would, talk a little bit about the importance of financial literacy, especially in those households that are building families, if you don't mind.
Yeah. So I mean, financial literacy is the key. Relationships in a healthy family, I believe. So how money works, a lot of people believe that it's based on how much money you bring at the household. It's really not. It's really about what you do with the money that you do make. I've worked with school teachers who are at investment what they hire $1 million in investments. Elementary teachers. I also have people who work at large companies like Google who don't have $1 million, but don't know what to do with money or money. So, how finance works, money works, and what to do with money. So, talk a lot about that. We talk a lot about that. Grow your money. Yeah. Run your household like when you're business, whether it's with your Johnson States.
Hey guys, Howard, how you doing, sweetie? I'm sorry to interrupt, but we are missing so much of this amazing content. I'm almost in tears over here, brother. I think it's a connection thing. Can you work with me? I want to get you back in here, nice and solid. Okay? I know.
Wait,
Oh
did it?
God, your
It went
sound
out
is
again.
off.
Oh
Oh
yeah, it
my
went out
God.
again.
I'm sitting
Well, we
here.
can pay some more bills, ladies and gentlemen. Hey,
No, look, look, it's okay because first of all, well, the viewers might not be
Let's bring
catching,
you up.
but like it's kind of scary, y'all, because a lot of the information that he's talking to y'all about, of course, we say this all the time. A lot of the guests that we bring on, it just kind of reinforces a lot of the different things that we've always been talking about here on Rap and Crypto. But the powerful thing about what he was talking about is, ladies and gentlemen, the family unit is one of the most important things that has to understand financial literacy, because you have to understand how money works. In order to be able to grow as a family, you have to be able to learn and understand how money works as a family. And what a lot of people fall short on, and this is, I was having a conversation earlier with a family member of mine. We were just talking about actual money and the way it gets used. And like I explained to him, listen, your money is your employees, point blank, period. That's just how it goes. And if you understand the way money's supposed to work, you send your employees out into the workforce, whether that's investment, whether that's just actually to go do one single job and be done doing that job. But ideally, what you want your employees to do is go do a job that's going to continuously give you benefits and payback, i.e., you want to send your money to a place that's going to get you continuous benefits and payback, because you want your money to work for you and you want to compound and add to that. That way, that continues to grow and continue to compound so that you can put yourself in a better position. A lot of people just spend their money and put it to things where you're not getting any return back. And there's a couple different strategies, of course. We can get into a long, drawn out thing, but y'all know the terms and y'all know how we like to say. And just like my big bro, Chris Boyd, always loves to say, hey, come to class. It's just one of those things where y'all got to understand that there's so many different strategies that you can use and implement to move your money. But the point is, move your money. If you're just like, oh, well, I got to pay rent, there's ways for you to invest, borrow against that. Again, not financial advice, but there's ways for you to invest, borrow against that, and be able to pay your bills and still be able to reap benefits of your initial investment being collateral that goes up. I'm not going any further than that. Like I said, there's so many different things that you can go into, but it's just y'all have to understand, like you were saying, moves is very, 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 very important, because if you don't understand the way money moves, you're not going to be able to move it appropriately, and your family's not going to be able to grow appropriately when it comes to financial literacy. Brother Hughes, we back in here.
I'm back in, I think.
Okay, perfect.
Cool.
Perfect. So, what I do want to go ahead and jump into is talking a little bit about real estate. Well, actually, before I go into real estate, I actually wanted to pick your brain a little bit, man. I'd be remiss if I didn't do it.
Yeah.
Just talking about financial literacy right now. If we could have, if you don't mind, could you share a little bit with the people about what your thoughts are in terms of what's going on with the current economy and some of the things that's going on with the BRICS organizations and their decision to actually look into, initially, we were talking about the yuan, now we're looking into the creation of a gold-backed cryptocurrency is what it's going to end up being, or digital currency, I should say. But what are your thoughts on some of the things that are going on, not only in the United States, but worldwide, that's going to affect us long term?
You know what? I don't know how long that's going to last. So in my opinion, I don't know that the BRICS, or the yen being the number one currency right now in the world, or the most voted on currency in the world right now, I don't know how much longer that's going to last. Simply because the U.S. is needed in so many different ways, and we maintain a lot of the foreign relationships, that I just see that there may be some sort of war potentially happening over in some other countries, and we may have to intervene, and that'll affect China's currency. So if China or Japan or anybody over in those areas, if they end up going to some sort of war or something like that, it's going to affect the yen in a negative way. So it's a whole lot of tamper. I really don't know exactly, what's happening, but I don't see that it's sticking to where the U.S. dollar is, behind the yen much longer. But, we just got to kind of weigh this thing out. Really, it's a lot of things that are happening in the foreign markets that we haven't seen before, and it's tough to kind of forecast that.
Of course. So I guess what I'll ask is this: if they were to steer away from the yuan, but there is now a gold-backed digital currency that a lot of people are able to jump behind. What do you think are going to be the effects of that?
Gold usually doesn't go anywhere. I mean, it may drop, but it's not going anywhere. It's not going to be out of demand. So I think that, investing in gold, you won't lose long term. We always eventually end up falling back to the gold. So the precious metals have been kind of steering us along for forever. So I think that you can't lose. If you want to play it safe, definitely go get you some gold. But yeah, I don't think that the dollar is going to be down for long, if you ask me, though.
Look, we
wow.
we ain't on a debate show, but look, I'd love to pick your brain about that. I'd love to pick your always, and the reason why I say that is because it's always interesting to hear conversations and have discussions like this, and that is because a lot of the things that we see just dealing with some of the stuff that we've been talking about in terms of cryptocurrencies, and of course CBDC getting ready to get bumped up and revved up with the Fed Now program, and a lot of the things that we're looking at rollout happening with, there's just so many different things that are happening, and some of the dots connecting to other places. It's just kind of like some of this stuff looks a little off. So that's why I'm just like, okay, cool. I really want to actually have a further discussion, because it's just like, man, listen, having intelligent, great discussions about this stuff is good, because at the end of the day, you might have something that you understand or you might be thinking about that might expand what I'm thinking about and make me look at it a little bit differently. So I'm actually excited about that. I appreciate that, brother. Thank you.
Well, yeah, you know what, man? I actually think I mean I know that crypto is going to be prominent, nationwide. I mean, if you go over to China right now, you'll never see a dollar or a piece of paper, yen, or any of that.
Right.
Everything is over your phone. Everything is off of your wrist, and everything is all digital. So I think that that's going to be pushed strongly, even here in the U.S. But I just don't see them completely veering away from the dollar in the U.S. But I definitely don't see us using any foreign currency over here. So
and that, you know what? I'm glad you particularly spoke on that, because that is part of what I think is for us. Now I kind of understand exactly what you were saying, and I'm glad you elaborated right there, because you're right. For the US, this is what's going to be dominant, is the dollar, regardless of how they put it out, the CBDC, if they come with something, whatever they do, and whatever the dollar is, that's what's going to be prominent for those here in America, because that's what's going to be the dominance. And in terms of like us taking over, like we having to use the yuan or the gold backed currency they find, we're just not going to find that, because of course we know what America needs to do. It needs to be in-house production. There's certain things that they have to do, and just understanding things on a global scale, it's just interesting to get people to really pay attention to what we're talking about here. In America, there's things that are going on that we wouldn't know about outside of our country, because the way that things are going to roll out for us here, it's just going to be top down, straight forward. And it's not going to be a lot of people aren't going to recognize it at first until it's just right in your face, because there's so much going on. Like he said, they do everything digital. There is no pay. You're not going to see a single piece of paper money over there in China. Eventually, it's going to be like that here. But if you ask, I'm telling you, most folks, if you go do a survey of 100 people, 9 times out of 10, you're going to get about 75% of those people who feel like cash is king and cash is going nowhere. They're going to figure out a way to keep cash around. And it's unfortunate, but that's just the way people understand money in essence.
I mean, just like the state of Florida. I mean, the state of Florida already said that they're not trying to get rid of the dollar. And I know Texas is like falling right behind suit with a gold back currency they dropped this week too. So I mean, there's a lot of stuff. A lot of major players are coming into play with this, especially with our heavy metals, because they know in the long term game that gold and silver and copper and all these solid metals are going to be the long term game instead of this paper.
It's real.
Yeah, they've been keeping us on board for a while. I don't see them completely disappearing, but I know crypto is definitely going to make a strong, prominent push. So,
yeah, we appreciate it. Again, like I said, I love these type of discussions, because it's just like, man, even on opposite sides or both sides of the spectrum, just looking at different things from different perspectives of where people come from and how people are looking at these markets, it really all comes down to the same conclusion. Things are changing and people are going to have to adapt. If they're not ready, they might as well go ahead and strap on their bootstraps and get ready to be ready, because there's things that are going to come and there's things that are going to change. And unfortunately, there's nothing that we can really do about it besides operate within it.
So my next question is, since you said crypto is going to be a major player,
Uh-oh.
what is your crypto knowledge or extent of knowledge?
So which crypto coin or which crypto do I like to roll with? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, let's just ask. How did you get into cryptocurrency? How you find out about crypto? What is
you know what? I started out investing in. I started out Robinhood, and I ended up starting a class teaching kind of people on how Robinhood works. And I started playing around with the different crypto that was involved in there. So that's how I got started. I started studying, how it works and where it was being traded at, and got into that. Then I jumped into Bitcoin. And then obviously Bitcoin, I'm so upset that I missed the beginning push of where Bitcoin was and where it is obviously now and where it was the last couple of years. So
Of course. Look, just hold on for the ride. It'll be back there. It'll be back.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, that was my journey with crypto. And then I'm more of a real estate back guy. I think that with these coins, which is great, right? There's a lot of people that became multimillionaires off of coins, and I'm all for that. But I'm a strong real estate guy. So right now I'm developing over 1,000 acres of land. I got about 1,000 acres of land, between hotels, between homes, between just doorknobs, right? I'm pushing for a ridiculous amount of doorknobs before I retire. So, I'm right now, land is not being made anymore.
Mm-hmm.
It's cash flowing, as far as write-off tax wise, it makes so much sense. And that's been, and then that's my retirement. That's my kids' retirement. So
That's awesome.
That's what I like to preach. I mean, I usually don't. I mean, don't get me wrong. I play around in crypto. I play around, and I mean that, like literally. But as far as serious business,
real estate.
It's real estate 99.9% of the time.
Hey man, listen. I tell you like this. It's rapping crypto. So guess what? I got a question about that. Then I mean, of course, I can't. I'd be remiss if I didn't go here, because I'm talking so many different changes and so many different things going on. So let's pick your brain about this.
Sure.
What is your viewpoint in terms of digital real estate and its effects or its merging that it's going to have with the real estate market?
So based on, digital real estate, that's so broad, right?
Mm-hmm.
So digital real estate is even your Instagram. It's how you utilizing how you utilizing everything digital. Are you taking advantage of that digital space that's out there? From social media to your YouTube pages to your podcast that you're doing. I think we're all actually utilizing that in some capacity right now.
Of course.
But I think that with this whole virtual world that they got kind of going on, where people are kind of simulating what's actually built in real life and what's happening in this digital space, I don't know, man. I see that being, it could be lucrative. It sounds like a video game to me. I haven't really dived completely into it, but from my understanding of digital real estate, man, I'm really just think that you should take advantage of every social platform, everything digital, monetize it from the NFTs all the way to your podcast opportunities.
That's dope. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm actually glad he segued there, because he's right. That was actually a very general and broad question, and I apologize for that.
It was.
Digital real estate actually does encompass all of those things. What I'll do is I'll target my question more direct to this. in terms of digital real estate, talking about, let's just say, the OVR platforms where you can basically go in and you can buy actual parcels of land that basically match real land, and you can basically own that digitally through that land. What some people in real estate are actually doing is they're going in and buying that digital land that matches the actual appropriate properties that they have in real life, so that it matches. And what they're doing is taking those deeds to both the digital land, excuse me, and the physical land, putting those into an NFT, and that's how they're basically selling properties now. So I just figured I'd kind of ask a little bit to see if you knew about any of like the metaverse properties in terms of like OVR and things like that, and kind of pick your brain to see if you've actually kind of came across anybody who's doing any of that.
Yeah, I got a friend who's involved in that quite a bit, and I haven't got a clear understanding of really the metaverse and how it works, but I know it's exactly that. I mean, he talks about kind of buying that same exact house that he lives in the metaverse, and except in the metaverse he has a pool and a basketball court, and he don't have a pool and a basketball court in real life. So, I mean, it's just it was interesting, but I think that hey man, I don't really know where that's going. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not as versed on that. I don't know where that's going. But I think it's a great opportunity while it's hot. And he seems to be, anytime you can sell some digital real estate, and it's not even the same price for a fraction of what your real house is worth. It's interesting to me.
So let me give you a little bit of a game about like the metaverse. So it's like playing Monopoly. You know how you land on somebody's property and you gotta pay them because you land on their property. So just like that, it's just gonna be just like that in the metaverse. So if you land on your friend's property, guess what? You might have to pay your friend like 1 Ethereum to stay there, or like 0.6 Ethereum just to be on his property. Or you can have an advertisement inside there and pay somebody to have your advertisement posted in there. So like basically like Howard Hughes Consultant, you can pay them like 0.5 Ethereum and have it posted there for like a whole month, and then basically do the same thing ever again. So it can be like a smart contract. So the metaverse has a lot of different properties that like the real world won't have or can have.
Yeah. No, I think that's dope. I think that's amazing. I think that it's monopoly in the digital space. I'm more monopoly in real life, but I think that's dope.
Hey man, look,
I think that's dope.
That's the point of me asking, just to kind of connect the dots, not only to just pick your brain, but just kind of helping people understand and expand that there's just so much out here, and just understanding that you can not only just look at it from the physical aspect, you can look at it from the digital aspects that are emerging and evolving as well. And then on top of that, you can now submerge the things that you've learned from doing these physical things into what you integrate with these digital things, and it just all comes together in one big pot, man. It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Yeah. Before we leave out, I know that we wanted to talk to you about your 800 million renovate in East St. Louis. What's going on with that?
Man, it's happening. East St. Louis, we're doing a very large development in East St. Louis right now. There was just the election happened, so there's a transition of political positions. So now we're actually doing a sewer work. So if you ride through East St. Louis right now, you'll see a lot of my equipment, my companies, my team, underground, cleaning out those sewers. It was a lot of issues with the sewer and the grounds and how weak they were because they're so old in East St. Louis. But yeah, we're making progress. We got plans for hotels. We got plans for housing. We got plans for entertainment district. The Illinois State Police Department is bringing their headquarters downtown East St. Louis. So that's over 700 state troopers coming downtown East St. Louis. It's a lot happening. So it's real. It's real. So people, get ready for change. Get ready for change. 3 minutes from the Arch, you're looking right at the Arch downtown. So it's happening.
It's dope. That's dope. Hey man, and big shouts out to East St. Louis as well. Brother Howard Hughes is there. And I know we got our brother
Jared Arms.
Brother Jared Arms out there. .io, man. Big shouts out to him. But man, East St. Louis is doing some big things, y'all.
Amen. It's a lot happening in East St. Louis, man. I'm glad the city's kind of backing me 100%, and we're working side by side to make this thing happen. So that's huge.
It's dope.
That's huge.
It's exciting, y'all. Listen, This is the power of what not only just investments do for you, but networking, communication, being able to be involved in your community. Y'all just listen. There's so much going on right now in the world, but if we take and hone our energy in on the things that we need to in terms of not only developing the communities that are around us, but just worldwide and specifically nationwide, because of course we can't affect change worldwide unless we fix our own first. So let's start in our local communities. Let's branch out, do the things we need to, and keep making this wave going. Keep letting this energy flow, y'all. This is, man, y'all. Life is good, y'all. Life is good. You got to grab the bull by horns and go at it, but life is good, y'all. And listen, Brother Hughes is actually a walking example of exactly the things you can accomplish when not only you put your mind to it, but, and this is the most important part, excuse me, but you stay consistent with what you do. Not only apply yourself, but you got to keep that consistency, ladies and gentlemen. So, Brother Hughes, thank you so much for everything that you've actually come on the show and talked to us about. Now, I know Sister Ruby actually had your website pulled up. Really quickly before you jump off of here, if you don't mind just kind of going through it with us a little bit and just telling the people about what they might see once they, visit the website and everything. And then, of course, just let the people know where they can contact you, check out some of your courses, buy your book again, and then yeah, just everything they can get in hold of you, brother. Because
yeah. All right. Well, yeah, the website is howardhughesconsults.com. You can book a consultation. You can kind of understand. The courses will be on there very soon. You can purchase the books from there. You can check out some media, some of the things I've done in the communities about Howard Hughes Foundation, kind of what we're doing to kind of develop communities, our mentorship program for the youth. I know we have a lot going on, but it kind of all bundles up together. With the development, you can kind of understand our next developments and what we're building next, what cities we're in next. Right now, I'm currently in Cincinnati, and I am, I'm building a hotel right here. They just built a $280 million soccer stadium downtown in Cincinnati, and I have a space right next door where I'm doing a hotel, so it's going to be huge. And
an hour away.
Look, so you're the one building next to the soccer stadium.
Oh yeah.
We're here down in Dayton, so yes.
Are you in Dayton?
Yes,
yeah.
Sir.
So actually, that's where I'm at right now. I'm in my hotel in Dayton.
Oh wow.
Okay. Oh wow.
I've been in Cincinnati all day, and I just got here. Okay. That's interesting, but it's a 1-day trip. I'm back out in the morning, and but yeah, man, it's that's where I'm at. So I'm just kind of traveling and finishing these projects, and but yeah, that's where you can find me, guys, at The Real Howard Hughes, my Instagram, and I respond back. You guys can contact me, anytime, and we'll chat it up and talk a little bit more about what I do, and we can go from there.
We can get scheduled for a part 2, right? Because it's too much information going on, and
whenever you're ready,
we definitely got to see the finished product.
Yeah, whenever you're ready, like whenever I'm ready for that.
Dope. That's a blessing.
Man. LJ. Woo, man, this has been a powerful show, powerful evening. Even with technical difficulties.
HD, like I tell the people every week, y'all already know what time it is, man. It's Wednesday, 9 p.m., man. It's Rapping Crypto. Y'all already know what time it is, man. We got the guests. They're coming on. They're giving you all the information and the knowledge that you need to go do your research. Go ahead, keep progressing. Go ahead and get some consistency in terms of the things that you might want to get you a plan. Even if you're just like, I ain't got no money to invest, create a plan. Go through it. Do the things that you got to do and just stay consistent with it, man. Look, y'all, we've been doing Rapping Crypto for 3 years, y'all. We've been doing Rapping Crypto for 3 years. At the end of the day, y'all, it's really just about I'm telling y'all, after about the 1.5 year mark, it just became a Wednesday, 9 p.m. You already know what time it
is, man.
It's repetitive. But the thing is, what really catches on is the beauty of the consistency in terms of this information and knowledge continues to update. And that's the power of what I'm trying to really get people to understand. We've been doing this for 3 years. Yes, we've been saying a lot of the same things in terms of some of the things to research, some of the things to look at. But there's been so many things that have continued to change. I'll throw y'all a monkey wrench. Prime example, XRP. Think about, for those of y'all who are veterans and watching the show, think about me going on that rant on the show about when they first hit the XRP with the SEC lawsuit. And I just went off and I'm just like, look, this is some smoke and mirrors nonsense. XRP ain't going nowhere, y'all. Like, y'all let me scare y'all out of it if you want to. And I just went on a whole raid about it. But the thing is, there's been so many things that have happened, not only just with XRP, but in crypto, for people to understand now why I saw what I saw in terms of what was coming for XRP. And again, I did this the last show, and I'll tell y'all again, if y'all don't understand how serious XRP is, ladies and gentlemen, go type in bridge currency in Google. Hey Siri, what is a bridge currency? I guarantee you she gonna start talking about XRP within the first 2 to 3 sentences. If you got an Android, go ahead and say, hey Google, whatever you got, go ahead and get you situated and get you some information. Look it up. Bridge currency. Google bridge currency.
That ain't just the only bridge currency, bro.
You said what, bro?
That ain't the only just a bridge currency.
I mean, I know, but I'm just telling them. It's the little stuff. Go look up bridge currency. And it's going to look up and they're going to be like, oh, dang, they really start talking about XRP, which is a cryptocurrency, y'all. It is technology. Cryptocurrencies that's going to be on the market for sure. Why? Because it's one of the ISO 2020 tokens. And if you don't understand what an ISO 2020 token is, y'all, go look it up, do some research, get some knowledge, and get some education. Why? Because this stuff is going to affect you directly. It's going to be prominent. It's going to be pertinent. And if you're in the know and you understand how to operate and move in this, you won't have any problems. Will it be tough and difficult sometimes? That's how life is. If you don't take no challenges, then first of all, nothing that you achieve and nothing that you get through is going to feel worth it because you don't feel like you earned it. Take the challenge. Go ahead and do. Cryptocurrency and some of the knowledge in terms of blockchain and metaverse and all the things that we talk about might seem foreign to you, but it's very, 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 very important that you get this information. And guess what? Here's how I'm going to segue to that. If y'all intrigued by some of the stuff we've been talking about tonight, first of all, go check out Brother Hughes' website, okay? But if you're intrigued as well about some of the things me and HD been talking about, some of the courses that we had mentioned about earlier, and what's going on Saturday, make sure you are there at that event. And you also need to make sure, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't been tapping in, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. every single night, Sister Ruby has been making sure she's been giving y'all information about what's going on in the current economic state, ladies and gentlemen, and what's transitioning. Y'all need to go ahead and make sure you're there. If you've been missing it, make sure you're there. Period. Just make sure you're there. Saturday, though, make sure you're there. If you're curious, you're interested, just stop in to see. It's in the metaverse. So if you want to see what's up with the metaverse, come show up to the event. You want to see how the metaverse works? Come show up to the event. You want to see what the metaverse could potentially do for you if you're a business owner? Come show up to the event. If you a poet and you just like, oh, it would be cool to be in a metaverse, I ain't got to show up to the actual poetry, and I'm just going, I mean, I'm not trying to be funny, but I'm going to be real with you. You can sit at home in your pajamas and actually sit there. Maybe you like to sip a glass of wine while you writing poetry or talking poetry, but guess what? You can sit and do that from the comfort of your own home, mind your business, and sit there and do the poetry contest. I'm not sitting up here encouraging people to get drunk and go wild, but I'm just, that's how comfortable and relaxed
yes, it is.
You can be at home while you're taking care of business, ladies and gentlemen. Again, another aspect and purpose and a vision of you understanding how important the metaverse is really going to affect people. It's literally an alternate reality. And yes, most people will be like, that's bad. If you use it correctly, it's not bad for you. You actually use it for business purposes and not pleasure purposes. And a lot of times, that's where people get messed up. But with that being said, y'all, we getting to the top of the hour, man. Y'all,
we had LJ rant moment, so we still got a shout out to our brother Walt Knows Money. The morning come up. If you guys ain't gotten to that morning come up, man, make sure you tap in with Walt Knows Money. Mm-hmm. Brothers Dennis Senate, man, those classes are going crazy, man. Walt 9 different streams of income at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Crazy, man. And look, I'm telling y'all now, if you're not in the morning come up, get there. If you're not tapped in with the 3 and Me in the Natural News Network, understanding how to get these carbon offsets and understanding what's going on with the environment and how cryptocurrency and blockchain technology and different things are actually affecting the environment as well, tap in with Sister JoJo. Ladies and gentlemen, again, there's so many different things. And like you said, I'm going to get on my rant, but guess what? Y'all going to get this knowledge whether you like it or not, man. You going to get knowledge like whether you like it or not. Hey, look, like my boy Loaded Lux from the rap battle says, you going to get this work. You gonna get this work. Go ahead, HD, man. Go ahead, man.
I mean, also shout out to Tree Card, man. If you ain't got yourself a Tree Card, definitely hit up us at RAPNCRYPTO.blockchain on Instagram. We'll send you a referral link. Basically, you mark yourself you can walk 10,000 steps and plant a tree, selling your carbon offset footing. Also, man, if you get 1,000 points, you get $10 back in your account. So, ladies and gentlemen, you don't even have to really put money into it. You can walk 10,000 steps and get 1,000 and earn yourself 1,000 points and get money back into your account. Who does that? Not your normal debit card. So check that out, man. Tree Card.
Yes, sir. And no, we ain't talking about smoking trees. We are talking about actually planting trees, ladies and gentlemen. So for those of y'all who are that type of eco-friendly, this is not the place that we're talking about, ladies and gentlemen. This is trees. This is actually environmental friendly. Understand CO2 offsetting, tax write-offs. Like we talking real terms of the effects of what? Metaverse, blockchain technology, cryptocurrencies. But again, y'all gonna get this work. So shout out to the man Loaded Lux, man.
You know how we're gonna kick it off, LJ. We are not financial advisors, but we love educating people what we love to read about. So, ladies and gentlemen, this week top 10 cryptocurrency of the week is brought to you by RAPToken.xyz. Like you said, man, if you ain't got your RAP token NFT, man, them rap heads, you're gonna be able to, ladies and gentlemen, if you're an artist, you're gonna be able to put your music inside the Sandbox rap token land. What? You ain't hear me. If you're an artist and you ain't got that rap token NFT and you can put your music inside a video game,
hey man,
you missing.
They missing it because I don't think they understand. We talking metaverse, y'all. Again, the things that's gonna affect you in the future. But hey, look, they still ain't hearing me, HD. They ain't hearing me, HD. It's all right.
They just hear this paper, man, come to their ear, man. That's all they hear.
What is that?
Man, they hear that. That's what they hear.
Is that a debt note?
That is a debt note, man.
That's a debt note.
Get that out of here. But on another note, man, we're having fun tonight, man. So LJ, kick this top 10 off, man.
All right, man. So look, I mean, you already know what's going on, and I like how you switched it up because you gave me your picks, I gave you my picks. So look, flat out. Coming in at number 10, man, we got Zeal, man. Y'all already know that's a classic for us here at Rapping Crypto. Y'all make sure y'all check out Zeal. Get y'all. And look, like you said, we're not financial advisors, but y'all, when we give y'all these cryptos and we give y'all these coins and tokens to look at, y'all need to make sure you're doing your due diligence. Go understand why they are created. Go understand what they're doing and how they're not only going to affect society, understand how they're going to affect the world, and then ultimately how that's going to affect you. All right. So coming in at number 10, we got Zeal. What we got for number 9, bro?
Number 9, we got a V-Chain.
Bottle
of V-Chain. Shout out to Money Man.
Hey man. we another classic, man. Another classic. So we got coming in at number 8, and I had to make a switch real quick. We got coming in at number 8, XYO, ladies and gentlemen. XYO is coming in at number 8, ladies and gentlemen.
Shout out XYO, because basically if you got the coin app and you basically doing your coin, you're driving around, you're walking, you stepping, you even at your house right now letting your coin app going, you can basically switch your coins from Coin App to XYO and buy plane tickets, traveling. They even got multiple sponsorships now here coming out. Ladies and gentlemen, XYO, big player up on the Ethereum network.
Man, we talking cryptocurrency again, ain't we? Well, I mean, it is the crypto top 10, but dang, you
Hey, guess what, man?
you talking about mining from at home? You said something about plane fights, man. That sound like stuff that people do with regular money, right? Top 10. So yeah,
That's how, and also the app is free. So hey,
man, too much sauce. Anyways, so what we got for number 7, bro? What we got for number 7, man?
Man, we got number 7. We got Mana.
You got Mana at number 7. Good. Yes. Gracious. What's that? What's Mana, man? What?
Man, that's the Central Land, man. That's another metaverse, man. Especially,
hey, I thought so.
Guess what, man? If you ain't got yourself to that rap token, man, I'm telling you, man, we inside Mana 2 in the Central Land.
Y'all playing. Again, he's talking about metaverse spaces, dealing with music, dealing with artistry, dealing with, hey, look, we talked about a little bit about how people are affecting different things on digital real estate. There's a lot of different things going on. And so, look, since we brought it up, I'd almost be remiss. So, at number 6, I'm going to throw an honorable mention next to it. It was Algorand, but Algorand just got bumped out of its spot. Y'all go check out Algorand. It's one of ISO 2020 tokens. Anyways, replacing Algorand is actually getting ready to be OVR. I mean, since we just keep talking about these metaverse spaces, man, we got to throw it in there. Y'all go check out OVR. Go see if you can buy the land that your house is sitting on and see what's up, man. I mean digital land. I'm not talking about physical, but if you own the land that your house sits on and you own the house, it only makes sense, like I said, to go check out buying the digital land, because there are people who are taking and creating NFTs. Y'all heard us talk about NFTs here, but you can basically create the NFTs, and basically that NFT can basically merge and make both of the deeds, both on the digital and the physical side, merge it into a one digital size in terms of having the NFT put together. And you take that NFT and you put it in your what? I'll let y'all figure that out. So back to what we were saying, OVR. What we got for number 5, bro?
Man, I'm gonna switch it up again, man. I'm gonna put another metaverse up there, man.
Sandbox coming in at number 5, y'all. Dang, again, another metaverse. They ain't hearing us, HD. All right, coming in at number 4. I don't think they're hearing us. It's okay. Ethereum. Maybe this one will ring a bell, because we keep throwing this one out there. Ethereum. I hope y'all remember and know what that one is. Coming in at number 4, we got Ethereum, y'all.
Man, shout out to that new proof of stake, man. The Ethereum gonna roar, man. I'm telling you. Get on out. Ethereum finna start roaring.
And again, y'all, go check this stuff out for yourself. If you're a professional trader and you just like, I don't agree with what y'all saying, go check it out yourself. Make your own inferences. Create your own opinions. That's the beauty about investments. Some people are wrong. Some people are right. Some people take a chance on things. Some people don't. And it's okay. Because getting assets is an investment, but do your research. Get your knowledge base on. And understand one thing. Like brother said, cryptos ain't going nowhere. Which ones are going to last is a good question, but we told you one of the 3 major players that we told y'all, hey man, it's not financial advice, but we're saying on Rapping Crypto, we got 3 coins that we think in our personal portfolios is a safe bet. One of them we just mentioned at number 4, Ethereum. Number 3, brother HD, what we got?
Man, number 3, we got, man, big boy Cardano, man, with that hydro coming into play, man.
Oh,
a lot of currencies are coming and bridging with Cardano, man. So, I love me some 88, man. Shout out to the Steve Jobs of cryptocurrency. Let's go. Let's go.
Cardano doing the daggone thing, man. I will say Cardano's doing the daggone thing, and you've been heavy on Cardano. About as heavy as I was on another coin that it was number 2, but I'm pushing it down to number 1, man. You already know how we gonna do this tonight. So
I guess I got number 2 then.
Number 2, we got Bitcoin, and of course, most people will say, "Hey, you, how dare you make not granddaddy not number 1?" Hey, man, look, Bitcoin's one of them 3 coins that we be talking about. Hey, look, we're not saying this is financial advice, but in our personal portfolios, these pretty much are what we're banking on as sure bets for us. Bitcoin's one of those. So coming in at number 2, we got Bitcoin. Now, brother HD, coming in at number 1, what we got, bro?
Man, we got a tie, man. So coming in at number 1, first place. Shout out to that community, the XRP community, Ripple community with them bridge tokens. And then also for the tie, shout out to Flare, which is also another bridge to the decentralized of XRP, to bridge in Ethereum to XRP. So, ladies and gentlemen,
y'all, if you missed anything in terms of the fact or fiction, y'all might want to rewind to the front of the show and go ahead and get y'all a nice little gem. Because brother HD, I asked him a question about Flare, and he said it was big facts. Go check it out, see for yourself, see how that operates. But you know what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen, that's the top of the hour. Sister Ruby said, 1 hour, fellas. We ain't going over, and we hit 30 seconds over. So, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate y'all this evening. Of course, Brother Howard Hughes, thank you for coming on. We greatly appreciate you. We can't wait to have you to come back on for a part 2, y'all. Because, ladies and gentlemen, the information that he was giving out this evening, even though some of y'all might have missed some of it, it was crucial, it's important, and it's time to wake up, ladies and gentlemen. There's things going on not only just here in your country, in your state, in your city, but it's going on around the world. Things are changing, and it's time to actually seriously take a look at things, reevaluate, and see how you can adjust. Now, with that being said, you already know who I am. Peace and blessings to y'all. I'm gonna kick it back over to my bro HD, man.
all right, man. Next week we got the Raw Network coming in play, man. P2D, which is, y'all already know who we are. We P2G, but they are P2D, physical to digital. Shout out to the Raw Network. They'll be on here next week. Man, I'm your main man, HUTCH D, aka HD Blockchain, with my brother LJ. Man, this has been another Rapper in Crypto Wednesday at 9 p.m. Tune in next week. We got you coming live.